All right, it is 6:23 a.m. Just trying to get a workout in before my daughter wakes up, before the day gets going. Trying to get exercise in at least 4 to 5 times a week. Been doing it for the past couple months, been feeling pretty good about it. It's important to kind of do some things like this outside of work, outside of filmmaking, outside of photography, sales, building your business. So definitely good to get this in if you can, but I'm gonna get after it and I will see you soon.
Let me set the record straight for a minute. Hate, I get it, say it with them. I don't give a I'm cool with it. Play and peep the fans with them. Yeah, they gon' remember mine. Yeah, you and I, they already. He an outlaw getting off when he calls envy. Hit the peanut gallery, they all jelly. Yeah.
All right, so I have a client call here in a few minutes. I'm actually gonna give him a call now. Actually, let's say I'm calling now, so I'm not going to put it on speaker just because I don't know how people feel about that, but I just wanted to kind of take you along for the ride on what a client call looks like. Hey, Greg, how you doing? Not too bad. How about yourself? Yeah, sure. Okay, so kind of just simple shots of the paddles, the clothing, things like that. I guess what exactly does she want shot? Got it. Yeah, as far as clips, it is something that I do. So I mean, while I'm there, I can shoot a few clips. I typically like to do those kind of separate, just because between photography and videography, it's a whole different setup and process and everything. Typically with videography, the pricing's a little bit different too, but I have no problem with this, making a few, short clips, while we're there. Yeah, absolutely. And I think, you had, there's also a social media person that, was added to the thread, I think as well. Ginny, okay. Got it. Okay. That's cool. Yeah, so on site, yeah, that's great. I mean, I always like to have kind of an idea, of what they may be looking for because everyone's different. Every client's different. Yeah, no, that'd be great. If all goes well here, I would definitely love to help you guys out with your other clients, in the area. Not specifically for anyone in general. I mean, I've done some stuff for myself in terms of, not video, mostly photo stuff. But if you're looking for kind of like those, kind of like stock footage, I guess is maybe what you're kind of looking for the ads, or is it specific to a golfer or? Yeah, absolutely. I mean, that's something that we can, do if you have, I guess, what are some examples of like some products that you normally get in that you need to make ads for? Okay. Yeah, no, that works as long as I have a couple ideas, and then I'm sure Alka and I can kind of chat. I'm sure she has something in mind too, maybe that she's looking for. I mean, it is her on her page, so perfect. Okay, yeah. So I'll wait to hear from Jenny. I gave her my email on that text thread, and then I mean, either or. I'll send you my agreement as well to take a look at and sign. If you want to fulfill the whole thing up front, that's fine. If you just want to do the deposit, that's fine too. Whatever you're comfortable with. And then, Zelle or Venmo, either one is perfectly fine with me. It kind of saves me on the credit card fees. So, all right. You as well. Thanks. You too. Bye-bye. All right, so that went well. Might get some more business out of it, but as you know, in this industry, they say if things go well, we'll give you more business. Doesn't always happen, but the gist of that call was just kind of going over some particulars. He unfortunately didn't know exactly what they're looking for, but we'll figure that out between me and the actual client, who is a professional pickleball player. We'll kind of go through that process, have some fun with it. I'll add, some video on top of it. Typically, I'll charge more for that, but, I'm trying to get into video a little bit more, and if I can get some more business out of it, great. We'll kind of go from there, but I will take you along on that journey as we go through the shoot on Wednesday next week. and we'll go from there. All right, so just wrapped up the call with the client, got the agreement all written out from my template, all filled out from my template, I should say. Just basically goes over what we talked about, things that I'm responsible for, things that they're responsible for, and just makes everything a little bit more professional, a little bit more locked in. So I'm going to send that off in a minute here, and then from there, going to jump on to finishing my last client, the video for them. I got the photos wrapped up last night. Gonna get the video going now, start editing that up, and hopefully get that done by early next week. Deliver that off to that client, and then I'll have this shoot and edit all that. So I'll include that on this vlog as well. So see you soon. All right, so interesting development. The client that I had that intake call, discovery call essentially, got to me today and had reviewed my contract and everything, and had a question about the amount of photos. I quoted him what I call my mini business package essentially, as they were looking to stay under a certain budget, and this put them under that budget, but I also included transfer of copyright to them because honestly, for this type of gig, I'm fine with it. Got back to me today, questioning the amount of photos. They're really looking to have more photos. So that, of course, raises a question of price again. So now I'm going back and forth with him on that. He did say I just send over the raws and he'll edit them, well within his right if I'm transferring the copyright over to him. But from a customer service standpoint, I'm trying not to put any more work on him, so I'm offering to give around, essentially doubling the amount of photos, but also upping the price a little bit, not terribly, and editing the photos for him. So we'll see what he says. This is what happens sometimes, through negotiation and through talking to clients, especially going through a third party like him. He's an agent for this particular client, sports player. So we'll see. I'll update you all on that as soon as I hear back from them. All right, so interesting turn of events. Heard back from the sports client that needed to do some photos and video. I was able to work with their marketing person, and essentially they agreed to up the price to include more photos and the video, which is great. So it's just a lesson to kind of stand your ground on it. Don't let people, not necessarily take advantage of you, but try to get more out of you, if they can. So I'm glad this worked out. It's going to be my first sports client, so hopefully we can continue to work together going forward. I know this marketing person has some other clients within the golf community that he works with, so it'll be nice to work with some of them as well. But either way, if I can continue to work with this particular athlete, that'd be great. So heading over to the shoot now. Don't really know what to expect. They did give me a shot list, but I guess I'll be working with the athlete on exactly what she wants, as well. So, we'll figure it out. We'll get some good content made for her to use for her socials, and we'll go from there. So I will update you after the shoot's done. All right, so just wrapped up this shoot with the athlete. It was an interesting one. There was some lines of communication that were definitely crossed between myself and her marketing agency and her marketing agency. So that was pretty interesting. So we worked through it. They didn't share the shot list with her, so she thought this was just a product shoot. I thought that it was mainly a action shoot with her playing with somebody using her equipment. There was only really one little blurb about taking some product shots, so we definitely had some communication lines crossed there, but we improvised on the spot. We made it work. I think the content will turn out pretty good. Lots of photos taken, got some video taken as well, and of course a little wrench thrown in. They wanted me to take some content of the facility, which was never discussed either, but happy to do it. It is going to help her out, it'll help the facility out, and it'll help myself out in terms of producing some more content, maybe getting some business from this particular facility. So all in all, I think it was a pretty good day. We made it work. We kind of pivoted on a dime here and did what we needed to do to get her some content. So I'm looking forward to hopefully working with her more in the near future. And now it's off to do some errands and get back home and start editing up these photos and this footage. Good morning, guys. It is Friday, finally. Busy week, a few shoots today, heading over to another one right now in Palm Beach for a luxury a landscaping company that handles mainly high-end homes and buildings. I worked with them once before, earlier this year, a good bunch of guys, so heading out there to do some work for them now. The athlete client got the photos, was happy with them, so I'm happy about that. Hopefully we can work together again soon, just wrapping up a video for them as well. So I'm gonna head up to this shoot right now. May or may not be able to get some BTS there, but we'll see, and I'll see you in the next one.